Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Larry G, the Forgotten Angler. Here's a video about boat etiquette when we're out surf fishing. Please let me know what you would do. Leave your ideas in the comments. You can let me know if you thought I was wrong. You can let me know if you thought I was right. And what the boater was doing out there. What do you think about that guy? Anyway, the end of the video, I'll kind of show you exactly what happened. I'm Larry G, the Forgotten Angler. Thanks again for checking in and enjoy this video. Leave your comments below. Appreciate you. All right, it's good to be back out at Camp Far Away. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about boat etiquette versus surf fishermen and vice versa. And I always like to start the day off with a couple of casts off the dock. I got a new colored plastic bait on here that I picked up when I was back in Western Panhandle. It's kind of salt and pepper. White worm with black specks in it. And just like to come out here and mess around. I got some new inshore rods I want to be talking about too. I'm going to get them out today and fish them. More on that soon. Actually made by Okuma in collaboration with Fishbites. And kind of some exciting news. I was just recently added to the Fishbites Pro staff. And I'm going to be throwing some of their soft baits today on some of their new rods. And we'll do a video on that, hopefully with some fish catching action. You never know. But kind of cool to be recognized and have Fishbites reach out to me as a good inshore guy for them. And a surf guy. But in the meantime, let's move on to today's video, which is about boating etiquette around surf fishermen, vice versa. Larry G, the Forgotten Angler. Enjoy this video. Welcome back to the Forgotten Angler YouTube channel, everybody. I am Larry G. I am the Forgotten Angler. This is going to be kind of a brief video, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about boat etiquette versus surf fishermen. I had an incident, I'm going to say maybe 3 days ago, back in the Western Panhandle, where I was surf fishing in a spot, and there were boats around fishing, shallow water, looking for fish on the flats. And I had a gentleman in a brand new looking, I don't know if it might have been a Hell's Bay, a really nice flats boat, probably $100,000 boat, drift over my lines when I was surf fishing. And he looked like he kind of looked like a newbie, brand new boat, fly fishing with his dog on the deck with him. And, he could kind of fly fish. Looked like he kind of knew what he was doing. But the problem was he didn't realize that there were surf fishermen on the beach. And he floated right through my setup about, I'm going to say maybe 100 feet or less, even maybe 80 feet off the sand, and with his trolling motor down, and drifted through my setup and over my lines without even paying attention to me or looking at me, or just kind of ignoring everything that was going on around him, which, you know, if you're a surf fisherman, it's kind of irritating. And then you get boats running the beach, you know, right over your lines occasionally. But for those of you that know better, probably shouldn't be doing that. You've got the entire Gulf to fish, or ocean, wherever you are. And if there's anglers on the beach fishing, give them a couple 100 feet, like 250 feet. That's all we need. You don't have to come right inside with your trolling motor going over our setups. So I let him go. I mean, I let him go through, assuming he just didn't know any better. And there was already a boat in the area that was also fishing similar, and he kind of ran those guys a little further east when he came in. They'd been there for a while, and he just kind of, you know, bullied in on him, which is kind of weird. I just don't think he knew better. So observing all this, I just kind of let it go, and figured, okay, chalk it up to experience. If something happens again with this guy, I'll let him know. Sure enough, a couple hours later, I think he might have been kind of getting ready to pack up and leave, but the wind had blown him back into my setup. And in this video, you're going to see there's a light water, dark water line, and I was able to throw 20, 30 yards out into the dark water, and he comes in over the light water, over the sand, again, with the wind blowing him through my setup back to the west, and not even paying attention. So I gave him a heads up. I yelled at him. He didn't hear me. I whistled. He looked over, and I just gave him one of these to kind of back off and back out. And it took him a couple of minutes, and finally I just cast a warning shot out to him and landed at about 10 feet off his bow, and his dog thought it was somebody throwing a biscuit in the water. His black lab got all excited about the splash. Anyway, he eventually trolling motored out of there and then got out of town. But like, just have some etiquette. So yeah, if you see anglers on the beach surf fishing, just give us 250 feet. That's all we need. Don't be running your boats just outside of us. I mean, you know what's going on. Have some etiquette. I'm a boater. I know. I've learned the hard way. I didn't know everything when I first started boating. And I had some issues with some people and later realized that I was in the wrong and immediately changed my habits. So just have some common sense. That's all it takes. Because I know some pretty ornery surf fishermen. I can be one of them sometimes. And they're going to cast at you. And you don't want to have a big old 5-ounce pyramid slapping off the side of your $100,000 flats boat. So anyway, here's a video of what actually happened that day. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of comments. People are going to get pissed off at what I did. They're going to be pissed off at what he did. This is just an example of what happens out there. Pay attention out there. Have etiquette. Be respectful of others. Everybody give each other a little bit of space. There's billions of miles of water out there. You don't have to come right in on top of the surf guys when they're out there fishing. And I'm not just a surf guy. I do it all. So just be respectful of other fishermen. Let's all get along. Let's be cool. And tight lines to everybody right here on The Forgotten Angler. Thanks for checking in. Here's the video. Bam! I'm out. All right. Got this guy coming again in his flats boat. His fancy schmancy $100,000 flats boat. And earlier he with his trolling motor, he drifted right over my lines. Going east. Now he's going west, and if he does it again, he's going to get this 4-ouncer bounced off the side of his $100,000 boat. Like, have some common sense, man. I'm going to give him one warning. Hey! That's your warning, bud. Okay, he gets it. Fire a warning shot at him. His dog's going after it. Seriously? Common sense, guys. This dog thought it was a stick going in the water. And the guy's fishing literally like 50, 60 feet off the beach out of his $100,000. This probably looks like a Hell's Bay. Like, dude, just drive out here and walk over there. How are you? Okay. Problem solved. Fishbites 13-footer. Shots fired. I'm Larry G. I'm the Forgotten Angler. I'm out.